Hello and hello everyone. Today I will discuss something very important. You listen carefully what I am saying. If you want to listen, if you can understand very carefully, that means you will get something new, innovation, sense will develop because of that. And let's start my video. Hello everyone. Good morning. I hope all are well. Because of that, I always say Mokrash education. Mokrash education always will give you new thoughts and idea. What kinds of idea and why? I always say idea. Like one of the great persons said something. When you find out something digging, then you stop your digging. When you find out something, then you stop your digging. Then I also yesterday I found something in my life. Many people so they think and what and so yes. Now I find out this secrets of this language, secrets of this thinking, and why. Like this, we are artists. I also said many days I want to be an artist, but some days ago also I said I don't want to. I am not a artist. I am an art worker. That's why I say I couldn't understand these feelings. But now, I think also now this day and today is very important and special day for me because of that world thinking, world understanding, and so very quickly changing world thinking changing so very quickly. That's why we are we do not understand what is the meaning of this thinking change. But before life and we are learned by the teacher who also I think doesn't who doesn't or who would not understand better because of the there. And without this, not only this art, with this art and with our opposite side of opposite sides language, art and new language. I also said this thinking artist means also they think and art within other art new form comes, but we don't know what is happening and what will be the next. But one thing is very important. Thinking comes like this. Some few birds already comes here. Now I'll show to you many birds waiting for me. Because of that, now uh, I will give them biscuits and they're also waiting. And this feelings is very nice and interesting. Birds are very nice birds. All are birds waiting for me when I will come. So then I'll start giving biscuits. Then I will start to talk again. Because of that, these feelings is very interesting feelings. When I before one things I couldn't understand the feelings of this language. Then yesterday I find out one of the story also I'll say with my brain. My brain is very curious brain. And when I was young, that's why now I am making art. But some birds all birds were they gone. Come here. Before our thought, how and why not we can speak and what is the problem and language. If you don't understand like this also now, if you don't understand thinking, the how you cannot be, you cannot speak nothing. Because of that, first you have to understand your feelings and thinking. One of the great persons who said, "Think and grow rich." This book is so very high, famous book. We couldn't understand these feelings, and now, okay, also given to the birds biscuits. So if I would not come, also now the look like see, all our birds also now coming here. So slowly they are also starting to eating, and now, okay, I'll start my again. So my curiosity and when I was young, that time my curiosity was so very high. That time my mind would think extra things always when I go here and there. I would see like this that time. In our culture, people say, "Now what is happening? These things now." I am so think. I thought this time, like this. Thinking means also now thinking developed. I am also now working in art field, I am working in singing field, I am working in football, I am working in all of these things going at it all same way. All are things going now. My feelings you will not first time understand, then again has. So we are thinking, our thinking was so very previous this old thing was that I also want to be an artist and so working, but I don't know why I am working. So working is not before and after thinking or before thinking. Art means now when I started to art, when I started to art, I don't know. It is the unconscious mind, something happening in our unconscious mind. And after like this, people, so I listened, and unconscious mind, subconscious mind, and conscious mind, because I couldn't answer to the what is the meaning of this unconscious mind and subconscious mind. What is the thinking of this? Actually meanings. What is actual meanings? So what is the before drawing? When we finish some of the work, that sometimes by our mindset in the mindset of all time. If you are artist. Oh, now I'm so thinking that I learned artist. People will say I'm so artist, so very great things. Now I learned, I can think with my artwork. But now, also now I have to do again start something creation because of that. Now today, totally, I understand. I have understood very nicely what is the meaning of this art world, and art means why we couldn't feel this art and why the people say abstract art and modern sense. Now before, if you understand, this is the one of the philosophy of art, or it is not the easy things, what things I am doing, what things I am innovating. These things is very very important our society. Because of that, without art we could not without art and thinking, if you do not develop nowadays thinking and art is nowadays also very important artwork. Because of that, without art we couldn't understand so nothing. So because art field, if you want to be anything, if you want to be anything in your life, first you have to do thinking. And what is the thinking skills, what is the thinking matter, how can I think like that. In everything and everything, and new innovation, when you, if you want to do go, if you want to do in something new, then 100% you have to do understand very carefully new idea, new sense, new philosophy, new ideology, new philosophy of our speaking, new philosophy of our thinking, new philosophy, and everything is changing with our world. But I also couldn't. That's why also one of the great artists also yesterday also I thought the Gaitunde, one of the artists, very great artists. But artists, they don't know about this matter and what is happening. That's why I say, oh, this is the greater. But you don't know. But extra, another people, they know these feelings. But when you will feel this understanding like this, I says the MA Fusion and Pablo Picasso, they 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 would know, they would know. They knew their work. They knew that. So like this, I'm doing some work, and why not? If I don't speak, if I don't think very carefully, and what I'll say to other people, like this, what I am doing, this feelings is very interesting. So yesterday also when I worked one of the painting. That's why I'm so thinking. Today differently. My thinking is changing because of that. Many people also said only you can change your life, but after born, so our world history. If you don't understand the world history, world art, world, if you don't understand the, I want to be speaking, I want to be learner, but if you want to be speaker, English speaker, then you have to understand all of these things slowly. That's what And beside this art, beside the artwork, I also know this. I learned this English language. So language is so very creative and creative things, everything like this, and all things are not created by the something. But we think it's the mother tongue, only the free language after born, which thinks is free from we get from this our mother tongue and mother language also now. That's the very interesting things. Now I'll discuss with you one of the topics. Then and other things, many things comes from the artwork, and one of the person also is one of the Michael Jackson song I would have seen. So before people, they cannot, before we don't have, we didn't have this camera. When camera invented, then our totally our all our this world thinking started to changing. Because of that, we can record, we can before we can sing in the King Palace. Before before many 100 years ago, 2 years ago, many people, many like the singer, and also now some of the musical person, they would go to the King Palace. In the King Palace, they would listen some of that directly, and they are singing, and their music, by the music the king uh, would give to the reward to them. And who was the educator, some of the story like this. We also know this Gopal Bar also, and who was an interesting person like this artist, every thinker. When they 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 are rewarded by the king. They would rewarded by the king. Then our society, and slowly when the camera invented, then we can record, we can publish in this life. Like this also cinema also invented, and these things is like this sort of feelings. And fine, this behind this scene, we don't know this words. And German, America, they are so they success, but we are all people. We are getting we are getting benefit from their idea, but we don't know the behind this idea what would work so very correctly and very powerfully. But there's artwork at that time, their place and their thinking so very was very different style of this their thinking. Because of that, revolution comes from revolution, and like this we say realism, and by the we say this modernism, and now we say the ultra modern, we say this contemporary world, contemporary sense means also now all over the world. And like this also now we say individual things, individualism. Now it's going this individualism, individual, already individual and contemporary things is our social and socialism. And what is going on right now, this now in the right now, what is going on in your mind, like you gone to the another place, and slowly our thinking also now increasing. Only the artist can think like this, what I am thinking in artist mindset. Mindset work has something new. That's why I said that now totally differently they developed their mindset. So now this is, I say, individualism, contemporary and individualism, think, thoughts, idea, how invented. Before, people talked to with others simple way, but nowadays nowadays many sense developed, and talking with the other people. Just they are so saying to the other people, now you just talk to other people. You don't. One of the great person said, "I don't trust my words. I trust my action." So action will give you everything. People can tell me anything, but my action will give you answer everything. But no, and they are thinking, and our thinking, we do not believe this. Our because of that, in our Indian people, they don't know about this ideas, like how they can develop their idea. Because of the, just my English speaking is so very different speaking. What sentence will come, and about the reading, but we are also reading in our school, college, and how many teachers, how many students they are also speaking in this college, and now so some of the people they are also saying. But now I'm saying to you, and why not? Why not you give to the other people proper education? Now you know this is so because some days ago, and my thinking like this, my thought was like this some days ago, when I was started my thought when I was started my thought. This was when I was started I started my thought. Then I found so many ideas. No matter there's this thought means also now I associate this here also zero word. But people we are so people nowadays also modern, but we never had to understand means also feelings like this. Only one of the great ones also did, the Raja Ravi Verma, and the realism is realistic. And before realism, uh, uh, which kinds of work people they would do. Before realism, there was no realism in the Indian paintings. And we say this, this is the miniature of this Indian painting in the King Palace, and they would collect so many painting, and by the some artwork, they don't know about this feelings of this light color shade. But light color shade was now invented first invented in the German, France, German, and Louvre. We saw this Leonardo da Vinci also now invented this light color, and this the feelings is very very good. But our like this Leonardo da Vinci, and when he had born, when after born the Leonardo da Vinci thought this my idea is that so now I have to do something real. Now slowly realism and Renaissance one of the revolution also had had this the revolution was. So now also one thing now I understand this, when I come here in space, then I automatically started to speaking and thinking, learning. Because of that now, if I do not come, and my thinking would go back. Because of that, in this house, all day long, what I'll do, and some of the students will come. Then I have to teach them, but they do not they do not understand my feelings. Because of that, what they will do, it is very very difficult things now, and totally differently. So many words also now coming all over the world. But one thing is like that, you have to do your courage and your thinking. You have to develop only. Otherwise, nothing will come. Because of that, speaking is not the matter, but the matter is that by the speaking you can communicate with others people. But extra things is like that, you have to do. Celebrate with your life. Because of that, oh, these are very, very dangerous things. They're very, very, very controversial things. Now, many people, so they will say, "What I am doing, what you are doing, and what is your individual things." That's why I said, "No, your philosophy and your ideology, how and where." So that's why I say these the things is very very important things to know and understand better language. But language also, this language is developed by the nature. But we couldn't stop to the we couldn't stop we couldn't stop this language to grow. We couldn't stop this language to grow. Like this words, I also said these words. We cannot stop this language to grow. And automatically it will grow as well. So world people also coming, they're also thinking before they cannot think this like now. We can think much more better, and so now our material world is now develop. But the one thing is very very important. Now I understand this, and in this world, and everywhere you could see, everywhere you would say like this. Also now everywhere you can see, So in which field you are going to you are going to develop in this field. This field is very very difficult. Difficult. This is coming things and coming. Because of that, and many extra things joining automatically. Like this, I also invented one of the education center. In this education center, I also set up some projectors and computer. Without set up computer projectors and like this mobile, we couldn't give to the students extra education and properly education. Like this, all of this many words like this. Before dictionary how was like this, now dictionary house. This is the feelings of this our increasing. And slowly many people, great people, they are so they great person, they are so born after born, they also created so many things. I also created my things, and that's also world. And slowly increasing. Like if I say world is like a family, and in this family so many people and person, they are also developing their life. And how it is possible, you're thinking like also before I couldn't understand this language, but now now by the education. So English language before, so I would know this art education like this, slowly understand this language, and language of the color, language of the sense, language of the canvas, language of the sense, why I am doing art and what is the reason. This is all things that I find out now today, and that's what now I'm doing and making. So many people so will say to me and what I am still doing. Okay, I'm still thinking that it is the right things and the right way I am going on. That's why the other people will say to me, other people can say to me, it's very, very different things. So now, that's in a breath sense, in a breath, how many sentences you can say like this or now. So although the one of the what is there is the feeling sense of one buffet. One buffet also now in a breath, so many sentences were saying this. After saying this, we couldn't understand what is the saying. That then also without good sense, if you want to be the good person into the world, that it would be very very great for the others people, because of that without people, so all times now people they work, but they couldn't understand. And some days later, so and I'll go to the another stage, so now and I'll develop my life, so now. And the politician, they will come, so they will say, and he's our Tripuran artist, and he also born in Tripura. I also say, okay, and like this, what do you do? Now I'm also feeling good. Now I have to remove my comfort zone because of that. Now, born something ignite in my soul. Also ignited. Also I have ignited my souls. That's why already I ignited my souls. I find out this reason of this education, language, and art. Why we are doing so many people say why. That's why, so now I also can see, I also can read so perfectly. And there are some things, I have to remove. Because of that, I have to go out and from this my comfort zone. I have to leave because of that. Now some days I thought now I shall go to the Delhi now. These are very very important times also now, slowly coming. That's why I say I'll go to the Delhi, because if I do not go Delhi and Mumbai, my life will not go ahead of my life, will never go ahead of me, because of that. I'm so thinking one thing is very very interesting things. Yesterday one of the persons also said, now you are thinking here, you are understanding so many critical things, you are find out. And I also said that before people thinking was like that, and now the people thinking, before thinking was so very slowly. But once we said this, those we know, if you don't understand this new modern language, you couldn't understand because that we learn by them. Now you are reading new things in the paper, and journalism they are so saying like this also, they are so reading, but we couldn't understand their feelings. That's why I say also now we also, and in the newspaper, because before there was no publish any newspaper. Nowadays also now people they are so publishing newspaper, and by the publishing we can read, we can read, we can understand so many things. But now one thing is very very terrible things, when you will go. But in the school what kinds of education given to you, what kinds of education given to you like this also now. Nowadays also now you all of these things capture, and you sit up like this. um, Now you have seated like this now. You have seated all of this your previous education. You have seated nowadays also now. And why? Because the new things never will come to you in your mindset never will come. But just you will give to the tuition to other people, and like the small children education. And I said, no, you also like as a child. Okay, only this you can think. But if you want to be an good educator and extra because of that, now my thing is that very very critical things we are solving in our world. That's why first you develop your mindset. And what do you know, what do I know, but I never want to be a child artist. Because of the child artist is giving education is so very small things, what things I learned before, like and the child things learned. It has also taken so many much more time. Child things learned, but after 50 years already had gone from my life, already had gone, and 50 years already had gone from my life. Then I understood the child education now, and now I understand. So now slowly I understand ultra modern things, and like this individualism, and heart interests one of the individual sense. So like that now I'm so understanding this, my life, my feelings, and what I'm so observing today also now. I'm so great. I'm so thinking, I'm so observing my life and my thinking, and why and how and why I'm so doing my artwork. That's so now. And many things will happen, and slowly, and extra thing also now you have to study because of the because and many things and many people so they are so creating some art, but when you will create something new, then you'll find something new idea people, so they say okay now you give this some of the which are people they are so doing their activities, they think now I'm so like this or no, if when you will when you will like this child education, like this you are the child artist, and if you don't leave this child education, how you would be the great artist like this was no, you're thinking that how that people will understand this your artwork, but now you have to remove the child things. We couldn't understand these people which things we understand before, which things learned, which things are learned to us. These things was so very terrible. Now this was now already it has taken time. It has taken time. So many. Already, I have passed my time. I have passed my time. I had to take give the time in this world many years. But now, slowly, I know one thing is that today I could understand one things on very nicely. There's not only this art revolution, art by the artist also now they thought in the mind, unconscious mind, like this when they started to work, then which type of sense will work, they don't know, but you know, after something's doing, when the first idea comes, then you know, we focus on this idea, then art world also now give to the us to understand to unknown things, because of that this is the force of the life and motion of the feelings also now, feeling also now going, so our nature also walking, nature also so very and nature walking so very fast. That's why I also say nature is walking so very fast. Nature walking is so very fast. Like this was one I can say I also get made, but we couldn't understand this nature walk. But somebody will say, oh, what I what I am saying, what I am thinking. But no, you don't know about this idea. So okay, no, that's no. Just you follow my work, and if you understand my words, then it would be better your life, or it would be better than not. I'm not saying to you and what is my work, my work is my work, my thing is my things, my sense is my, but you know, one thing is remember, I'm not doing harmful work for you. Just I want to be give, I want to do give some new information in your life. If you can agree with me, you can take the study from this my paintings. So now I never said you nothing is wrong in your life, is it is your life, and it is 100% responsibility depends on you, and how you'll think and how you'll be great, it is on your things, but you know, never ever you ask to me, and like this also now you are thinking that about this my painting, and so only these things, one thing is believing things, myself in my belief, and these belief things also now it depends on my sense works, my reading, and my studying, how and why I'm studying. So before education, and when I would before you know, one thing is very important things when I started reading, then again I had to do study. I had to study like this from the class 1 and nursery, from the nursery to 12, and okay, higher education. So higher education people, they don't know after, you know, when we started to do working and learning and doing, we couldn't touch the higher education, but you know, by the government certificate, we can understand that we educated, I educated by the government institution. I am being educated, I'm being, and I had been educated by the government institute, but you know, it is not true. My brain and my mindset is not is not being educated, because of that only I am being educated like this also now. I'm being educated by the government institute now. This is my 1 kilometer 1 kilometer every day. I come to here 1 kilometer, and then if I do not come here in this 1 kilometer, and this is the I feel very bad. Better than also, I feel very demotivated, and some of the 2 persons are here, and that's why they are also watching to me. Okay, then I say also now they will do their work and I will do my work, and there is the many things. Now one thing to know, and by the government institute, we are we have been educating person. We are had been but we have been educating person by our government institution. But you ask yourself, you ask yourself, and you ask your mindset. You are really educated. You are really educated. If I ask you, you are really educated. You think you understand all of these proper things. If you understand also now, you will be creator. You will be creator. You can creator. You never will do work for the government. So by the government education, by the government education only you can get job. Otherwise, when you will when you will develop your mindset, then your mindset never will do government job. Because of that, you can create something new things. Because like this also, artists, we are so I also feeling like this also in my mindset, something so all time. I always very curious people. I was very curious person. I was very curious person. Because of that, when I was young, that time my mindset always would think so how it would be, how it happened, how it is happening, and why. I always ask to myself now. Now I am so 48 years old now. Now I understand what is the reason of this our sense and sensibility. So understand to other things. Because of that, I always ask to myself, how the baby born, how would baby born. That is this reason of this now. And there's very terrible things. So now I understand. So then, and another thing to now, my philosophy and my psychology sense was so very high. Because now I'll say to one of the things, and like this, when I was 12 years old, then that's I would read that I was in class 4 or 5. That time we would play 2 friends and 3 friends together gulli danda. Then by the playing time, some of the another person like this elder, like this, he is older than us, like this, his age was 20, like this also now 18 or 20, like this would be. And we were at the time like this 8 or 10 years boy. And I would say to my friends, now do you know the why he the person who always like to him. So my friends, I would say to them, now why he like to you always, he give to you something sweets and chocolate. Then what does happen? I think also now he loved your sister. Do you know? He is loving your sister. He also fall in love in your sister, in your sister love, on your sister love. He also fall in love. He also loving. He is loving your sister. And this words I said to my friends, and my friends said to him. Then he after one day after one day he came and he gave him one of the slap in my cheek. Then I also started crying. Then I go to my home, and then I went out from this place. Then these words now today also I'm remembering. And why my thinking was like that, and what is the reason. That time I would say also now in my mindset also something happened. This curiosity and my sense like this. I always would say to my psychology sense was so very high. That's why many things I could say. I could say many things. Many happens. I could find out. I could find out any kinds of the complicated questions. So then, but one thing is very interesting. But schooling. I don't like schooling. Going to school, I don't like. I would not like schooling. Going to school, I would not like. So this is my things. And reading book is not my like this nothing. So reading book is very boring. So now okay, now this way, like I would think so now art is very easy. but I want to be an artist because of that. I would like to do something else now by the practical and practical theoretical. I never understand. I never had to write something in examination. By the examination, I will be great. I never like to do something that people they are doing, and always in my childhood, I always think, I'll do something so creative, and then so these things is very, very terrible things, and I also pass out my life. Then I crossed, I passed, I crossed. Then okay, now and when I crossed those 40 years, then I also made all things this I did like this. I have two children, and one of the son and boy, girl, one boy and one girl. So I also trying to teach them also very good, but and I think English language is very important, and why not? I can speak. I have to learn this language because this is my passion. When I'll go to the here and there, I can speak so very comfortably. Then I started learning. By the learning also, I invented my art world. By the learning, when I started speaking, then I learned. But I say also, if you want to be if you want to be an artist, also, beside this art language, you have to develop your own language on speak. And speaking of God has given to us this power, why not you use this power? And that's what now, and slowly many times I just slowly and I started speaking. But before I was stammering problem, I could not say my and the speaking time I could stuck to many words in on many words. So that's why my feelings was so very dull. That's why I would go from my house here and there because of that I couldn't say to others people and what is my problem. And then I started to slowly I invented my problem, and what is my problem? How can I solve my problem? Nobody can solve really my problem. Then I feel okay, now this way I can solve my problem also. That's why I started to do morning walk. I would go to the morning walk every day, but then I started to reading because health is wealth. Health is wealth. So if I couldn't stable, if I don't stay in my health, and what would be nothing will because of that these things many times it will take many times. So by that taking many times, then I have to do stay and healthy. But then I started to morning walk. By the morning walk, then one day I thought by the morning walk and what I could do by the morning walk. And sometimes I also saying I associate the in one way how many things we can do in the like this how many works we can do in one way. In one way. That's why I developed my speaking. I could go and with the morning walk every day. I would go and I would speak in English language every day. And that's also one thing happened. Jack Ma, also now on the Alibaba company owner, and I also listened his name, and he always would say now he how he developed his speaking. Then he would say I would go to the traveling site, and the traveler I would say I started speaking with a traveler, and that's why I developed my English. So now today I'm so saying to you like these traveling places is very far from my house, but and then which bridge, railway bridge, like this you can see in my education channel. I also started one of the education like this also this education also have some reason has some reason. This education has some reason. Now then slowly I started to thinking and learning because of that. And first when I started to and 5 minutes and nothing would come from my mouth, and what I'll say. Then also now slowly I developed slowly. It has taken time to understand. So 2-3 years. By the 2-3 years, then I started thinking, okay, no, that I will publish this YouTube channel. Now this is the modern era, and why not? I will use this YouTube channel. And Jack Ma would say to us, by the speaking, you can develop. But now, in our societies, there was no this type of possibilities. But this type of possibilities, there was no this type of atmosphere. But what I have, there is no nothing in in our social environment. And but I but I didn't I didn't give up. I don't give up now. I didn't give up. That's why now I'm very compete and stubborn person. That's why I think that's why I have taken one of the challenges to myself. By the working time, I could say something. Then I one day also now I started to on the YouTube channels. Now how can I before when I started to making video, then which stand was this stand was the camera could not capture the video, and this stand was not good because of the still stand like this. When I started the gimbal stand, and this gimbal stand is now given to me relief. Then I started again by the walking, by the running. We couldn't make the video because of that. And which stand? So gimbal stand is very important. This stands, and I also searched the this gimbal stand is very important. And developing speaking English. Then I searched okay. And here there's many things come, many things I understand through my life. Then today I'm thinking that how and what would be, how and what would be. These all are these feelings comes from my life, and there was no any extra option. There was no any extra option. This was I developed myself. Only these things, then I thought, I have to do, and this practice. By the practice, I can develop, and my speaking will be developed, and also good things, how can I say American language. So by the one things, okay, and also when I would go to the, in my home, I always would buy some of the new books, and for the difference of the book, I always search the reason. What the reason? Why not? Yeah, these things also now given to me some to understand better in my life. So searching is very important. If you don't search, if you don't curious in your life, but you never think that now I learned. But I am also speaking here some of the few feelings, but these feelings are not enough for me. I am so thinking, and which day I can speak to very briefly and very understanding. That's why that day will very good. So here there is one of the persons, so that person who said the Leonardo da Vinci. Now I want to share with you. These are feelings of say this Leonardo da Vinci. If you want to be like this, not the painter has the universe in his mind and hands, and what you know, what you want to do, what like this. And each of those sit and two kilometer milestone. There's a 2 kilometer milestone. I saw it, and because of that, every day I would walk. Every day I would walk 2 by 2 4 kilometers, and I would go in front of me 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, and I would break. So 2 kilometers, and there was no any option to go outside. Because of that, if you start from the first way, and if you go this after 2 kilometers, you never would come to back. Because of that, this is the only way. There is no any extra option. There is no any extra option things I used in my life also, and that's why now in the way, in the processing of the learning system, then I developed slowly. So now in the processing of the learning system, and I have given to commitment myself. I have given to I have given to myself. I have given commitment to myself, and this way. Now also know that I'm also now one thing. Also beside this thinking, I always thought okay, no matter that. But one of the great artists also said these words. Einstein said, if you want to be happy in your life, you choose a hard work. But then I would not think this is what is hard work. But okay, I would do art. It is not the matter. But that if I don't speak this English language, it would be not the good. Because of that, I will not be satisfied. No, I would not be satisfied. I would not be satisfied because of that. I'm a human being, and I want to go to the America, France, German, where I'll go, and which language I have to speak with them, and by the language also now I have to communicate with them. If I don't speak this language, and if I don't speak, if I don't speak this language, if I cannot speak, if I cannot speak this language, then what would be? There, my mouth will get agape, and I couldn't speak better. And okay, now so I started to and speaking and learning, and I now today all of the people, all of the my art lover, art connoisseur now. I'm saying you like this very very great things and great person. All of you are present here now. I'm very very grateful for coming here, and this is my life and my work. I also know you couldn't understand my life and which way, and in the Tripura also now my birthplace and my living place and my studying place and how I spend my how I would have spent my time in my living place. And okay, now it is not the matter is that only if you want to do something good things and okay, and many people would say to me now today also now I'm feeling for them also now these feelings never will come again. But what feelings they have given to me, what things they have given to me, and it is their feelings. Okay, now I live and their feelings. Okay, now that's also now I never said no, I have to work for them, and their next generation they will be helpful. Helpful. They would know many things from my paintings. Only this, I'm also giving my signature here, and I always try to do unique things in my art world. And that's why it's a very interesting things. But no, one of them that beside this my works, I read like this. I would like to read like this type of the question, and people throw stones at you. You don't throw them back. You collect and you build an empire. Never ever your things are what the others people say. So success will come to your life, but you start your work. Never ever you think who will give you credit and what the people will give you credit. It is the only these things also now depends on you. No one can stop you because of that. And some later so now, if I stop my working, that if I stop my working, and if I stop my working, my life also would be stopped. My life also would be stopped. If I stop my working, my life would be stopped because I never can stop my work. And that's why I say you also do you also create something with your idea. What things you want to do like, and that's these are very very great things, great idea. And we all are people, so we have so many idea, but we couldn't explain our idea, which idea will be very very helpful for others people. We also all of these artists also now we are become many artists, but never ever think, never ever complain to others people. If you complain to others people, your thinking will not grow because of this, our society like this also now. You think in this our world, so many types of the trees and so many type of the people. They are so they are so born, and they are burning. They are burning, and they are so increasing. But you know, sun always same sunshine giving. Sun always same sunshine is giving to the others. But you know, if your power and how many sunshine you can collect from the sun, it is your sun never will say to you you don't do, and you cannot do, you do your things. But you know, if you fight like this or now, if you ignore to me, I also ignore to you. If you like this one learn, and before I'm so now in this place now, how many days later I have come in this place, it has taken time, so many years. Because of now your life is also not starting. Which day you will come to in this year, in this in this stage, in this which day you will come, and that day you will feel the when the others people will say to you some negative words, then how it would be. So it would be very very several things. But then I also never think that what things will come, what things will not come. This is very very interesting things. But then going to the home by the walking, then when I'll go to the home, then I'll say some of the very, very interesting things. Well, yesterday also said to my one of the great friends, I talked to her, and I said, no, your friends. Okay, sounded later, no. Then now what things before I said now I'll start again. Before people feelings was not the so very high. Now slowly the people feelings what things they don't know they want to do like this. Sometimes creating things, creativity they like to do. So creativity is the very very interesting. On not only this is by art also now one of the art by the your artwork. Now, what I am saying, what I am answering, when I started to go to the work, then in my mind, like this now, I stop many days. If I stop some days and 10 days, 10 or 1 month, if I don't want to work nothing, and what would be the which things now in my mindset, what is developing things will come. And like this also, every day is the changing our earth, but our mind also changing every day. I also reading, and every day I am knowing many things by the knowing things, and this art also now will be changed like this. It is a very, very true things on what I am saying to you. And these are the things is your mindset like this. You focus on your only one work, not to other things or no. And what others will say, what others will do, it is the only things you. Like I'm so focusing myself on how I explain my artwork, how I explain my and how I explaining my artwork and my life, my speaking, my understanding things. All these things are involved in my art life and color. All of these things are giving to some advice. All not advice. This is the motivation of the things. Advice also everything has hidden behind these paintings. There's a very good things. I also don't know. I also thinking there are many good people, many intellectual people. Now they are also listening my words, and they are also listening my words, and and they are also criticizing to me and what I did. Okay, now here there's many works like this also. Now you do your works, I'm also doing my works, and never ever you stop your work. I also never stop my works. Only those things I want to be happy with my works, and I never, I never hope, I never hope to others people. I never expect from the others people. I never hope to the others people what they will give me and what they will reject me. And it is the. But no, I want to do and something to get because in my mindset and something is happening. But I have to do only the person who I can change my life. Nobody can change. But I go to the here and there. That's what I'm so learning every day. This is the motivational things. When I go to my meditation like this. And what I'm doing yesterday, I thought on things like this. If I live, if I live 90 or 100 years, and what would be? There's no, it would be something so different because of by the walking and speaking is very, very important. But if you want to live long, if you want to live long, like also now I invented something. So if I want to be, I want to be a good artist and a good thinker. That's why speaking is very serious. Speaking, walking is very, very important than the other things. And I think also now some days later, and people they will start to walk just talking. Because one of the persons he would come so here he would speak and with his gimbal stands, and I think that every day there are so many people, so they are doing something, and good people always give you good direction, go in good information. Because of that, without information, good information, we cannot develop our life. Because of that, now you also see the all are we learned by the others things, by the others people, by the others information. All are people we are learned. Something else now. When you will start to go on your way, many people will say no, go no. Don't go in this way. But you never ever stop. And which things I never seen, seen in my life, and these things I want to do. These are very, very terrible things, very, very dangerous things, and people will laugh at me because of some days letters. When I will be successful, then others will say, "Oh, yeah, his sense was right, and why not we do something like him?" Why not we do like him? And then that's why the people will say, okay, this way we can do something so good, and our feelings, our understanding, everything will be the good. Because of that, by the speaking, learning. Because of that, if you want to be a good educator and good speaker, then it is the very, very important thing. So now, and speaking and walking, your body capacity, your muscle, also your strength. Your strength will tell you how you strength and how many times you can speak at a time, so continuously. Also said so all time, how many times you can speak, how many times, and what would be. So now you develop your things. When you start talking, then never ever you stop. And so said to this is my feelings, and you never give to the chance to others people. What and you never wait to then you are giving advice like this advice is your advice, and who will listen? Why? And they will stop. Because of that, if you give them chance, and they are also they always not to try to give, they always try to do not giving chance. They always try to do not giving chance to you, because of the why you will give the chance to speaking in front of you. They'll speak and better, and then you they'll speak. And this way, so you can develop your. We also go to every time. This is 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, I will have to go to my house. I will go to my house. Then in my house, so many students will come, and that's why I have to give them information on the education. So this type of things is very very interesting. But which things I developed before, I don't know about this matter. So now some days later I have to do some take action, and if I don't take action, my responsibility and my possibility will go out from my life. And that's what I think again and again. No matter if that's now, I'll give the okay now you say, and what would be. So it is a very very great thing. So now some of the people, so they can speak well than me, but beside there are things, art sense, it is not that developed. It is a very interesting things, good things. I know, and they probably because so great thinker of this our world. But okay, if you have something you do, and you see what is happening with your thinking, but they never will find out that, oh, this is my philosophy, and my philosophy is very great. This the simple things, simple and terrible things, and like this now what I am observing, there's many like this handbag marketing bag. I also have got I have got I have gotten here so many handbags. So many people also would come to drink, and the previous night they come with this. They bring some of the drink bottle with this bag, and after drinking they would fill the bag, and which bag in the morning time I would go and I would collect this bag, and I would bring this bag in my home. Then I would say to my wife, now today God has given to me this carry bag now. Marketing bag. Okay, now this is the feelings of my bag. Now everything I try to say, this is the feelings of this myself. Okay, and myself, my dear friends, all of you, bye bye and goodbye. Have a nice day. I will say to you, have a nice day again. So, nice sleep. Then, thank you.